Hello and welcome to Tech. I am Mohammad Adnan, and in this video we are going to discuss about the most important Select Alteryx Designer feature. The one of the important tool that is the Select tool in Alteryx Designer. If you are new to this channel or if you haven't subscribed yet, just click on the subscribe button and also press the bell icon to get the latest notifications. Now let's get started.
This is the Alteryx Designer, and here on the preparation tab you have this option select. Drag and drop this one here, and in the configuration window these are the fields available, so we can discuss this. Before to that, I want to tell you something, that in each and every icon here you get these arrows here before to that and after to that. It means you have to give input and then you have to give output to some other process. Okay, from here filter you can give one input and you can extract multiple outputs from this one. And if you look at this another option, the browse, you can just give input and you cannot take the output for another process from here, because that's the last thing here. Like the same way for the date time, now you cannot give the input and you can just take the output from here. So as you're working on the select tool, so we have to give input and then we can extract the output from here. So let's take a look at the details of the select tool. The select tool allows you to select the columns that flows downstream, rename and reorder columns, modify data type and add column description. There are many things you can do with this select statement. Okay, for example, this is the data. I have this customer ID, first name, last name, address, city, and this is the address of this customers. And if you want to select the data, there are options here, multiple options. The first step is only 3 columns are selected. Removing unneeded data early in a workflow will speed up workflow processing. So that's why we need to take only the required columns from the data. As this is the first example, so let's take an example of this one. We have, if you click on the select statement and give input to this one, then it will give option on the configuration window all the columns available and the data type here and the size of it. If you want to rename it, you can description here. We'll go one by one. The first thing is we'll select just 3 columns, and if you click run here, then if you look at this output window, you will get only the 3 columns what you have selected over there. And next is you can modify the data type as well. The visit column here, which contains numeric data stored as string, has been changed to an integer so it can be used in calculations. Any row with a non-numeric string value would be null. So if you look at this input here and in the metadata, you will get the data type as well. So number of visits here is string, whereas if you look at the data in the string, sorry, in the visit, it is in numeric value. So you have to convert this column into numeric in order to make the calculation. To do that, you can use the same thing as an input to output to the select statement, and then you have to select all the columns and you can change the column data type here from int32 or int16. As this is small data here, so you can just select int16. And once it is done, and if you click on run, the visit is showing it here. And if you look at the metadata, instead of string it has changed to integer 16. So you can select the column, you can modify the data type, and then you can rename or reorder or description to this one. Like the same way you can add multiple select tools here. So I drag and drop one more select tools here. In that, if you look at this one, you have this rename column. Basically the first thing input it was customer ID, and here with the customer ID space here, and then spend equal to total spend, and we have given these descriptions here. If you run this query here, and to click on data, the customer ID is changed to customer space ID, spend has changed to total spend, visit change to total visit, and store number with a space here. And let's have a look at some other options here. And even if you look at this one, reordering the column is something like, if you look at the inputs here for this one, as you are working on this one, the third option. Okay, the input, if you look at this one, first we have customer ID, first name, last name, and then address. Whereas if you look at the output, customer ID, total spend, total visit is there. How you can able to reorder this one is you can just click here and then use these arrows here, move up and move down. If I move down here, move up, I mean customer ID, I need the customer name here, the first name and then the last name. And then if you click on run, then customer ID, first name, last name, and then total spend, it comes here. Now let's have a look at the one more options, that is sort by columns. So if you want to sort one column based on another column, you can do that. So here I have moved this address here on top of this. So select this column. To reorder columns in alphabetic order, select the option menu and choose the sort on the field by ascending or descending. Okay, select. So here select the column and then click options here. You have multiple options here. In that you can use the sort on original field name ascending, or sort on new field name ascending or rename, sort on the field type, or revert to incoming field order. So the first option ascending order, you can change it descending as well. So this has moved here, and here address is we are shown here. So it is sorting by the columns from A to Z. It is just sorting the list of the columns here from A to Z. And if you click here and then the sort original file type and ascending. So A will comes here first and then A B C D to Z here. It is rearranging the columns. So click on sort on field type and then ascending. Actually it is sorting by field type, new name, and then description. These are the options available here. So if you click on here, so B, D, and then V, it's going like this one. So that's how it is selecting. Actually it is not sorting the data, it is just sorting the list of the arrangement of the columns here. And if you want to add the prefix, something like, you can add it to each and every column. Right now I've selected only one column, so actually you need to select the column here, and then you can add the prefix or suffix. If you want to add prefix like a underscore and then q, okay, so you need to add a underscore on the prefix. And if you notice, there's one more option here at the last of this option. You have this star unknown. The reason is, if you look at the description, you have this dynamic or unknown fields. The reason is the star unknown row at the bottom of the column list controls additional columns that were not present at the time you saved your workflow. When clicked, newly appearing columns will be automatically selected and flow through the output stream. When unticked, the new column will not flow through. If you change the input source and the new source has fewer columns than those originally selected, the missing columns are displayed in yellow. To remove, select option, then forget all missing fields. So if you have some new data source and then there are a few columns are missing over there, in that case it will just highlight like this yellow on the column names here, and you need to go to options here and then forget all missing fields. That's a good thing. So these are the options available for the select tool in Alteryx Designer. If you like this video, just click on the big thumbs up button. If you are new to this channel or if you haven't subscribed yet, just click on the subscribe button and also press the bell icon to get the latest notifications. But make sure you turn on the notification on your devices. Share it with your friends and colleagues. If you have any queries and feedback, just post it on the comment section below. Thanks for watching. Keep learning. See you in the next video.